Hello, my name is Salman Baira, and I'm the new export manager in the Goyo company. And here I have a suggestion to our company on exporting. And as our company is very successful in our country, I have made some research. So, when the reasons, let me explain with the four reasons that we need to export our products to Canada. Uh, First, of course, it's a climate. Our product is cashmere product. It's a luxury, and cashmere is the best in the uh, cold climate. So, of course, GDP is important when you consider exporting. GDP of Canada is very high, and Canadian people are already familiar with cashmere products and husbandry and in Canada and husbandry in Mongolia. I'm going to explain more about later in this, and then tax also tax issue in Canada. So let's go to the next slide, and here's our company introduction. Our company is already doing very good in Mongolia, and we are successfully exporting to Japan. Japanese population is big, and also GDP, PPP, all are very good. So it was the right decision to uh, we export to Japan, and Goya brand. In exporting, we always say if you're doing good in your market, it means that one of the reasons that you want to consider the export. So we're already doing good in our local market, and also in Italy and also Japan and US. We have branches, and then they're already doing great. So I think Canada will be the next step. um, so next slide, it's about Canada. It's very cold, and usually even in the summer, I think cashmere products can be, sold and bought. I mean, people in Canada can use cashmere products even in the summers. In the nights, it's very cold there. It's below 20 Celsius, which is same as Mongolian weather. So agriculturally, Canadian people do husbandry, but it's not that big. And Mongolia have 40 million goats and sheep, but in Canada, not that much. It's already 5 million all herding animals, which is including cows and sheep and yak. So here, one of the reasons that I choose Canada is that husbandry in Canada is very low. Okay, let's go to the next. Okay, in this slide, I'm going to explain about potential countries comparing each other. And I have chosen a few countries that it can be very, very potential to we consider exporting. Of course, import tax is very important. Sales tax is important. GDP and PPP, and of course population. So Canada import tax is high. I understand that's one of the reasons. You have to say no, oh, it's too expensive. But Canadian people already know that import tax is high. So compared to other products, and if you guys can see on GDP and PPP, Canadians are doing really good. So, and of course the climate. 35 million, I think it's pretty big market. So we should definitely consider that. And these countries, Japan, we are already doing it. 127 million is as of 2014, which is raising, and sales tax is 8, and import tax in Japan is 10.90%. So it's a very good choice. We're already doing Japan, so let's go to Canada. That's all I'm saying. And I included all these countries are in the future we should start to exporting, and below we can see Singapore and Hong Kong. Singapore and Hong Kong, it's not, you guys will be thinking about, oh, it's not that cold, what do you mean? But Singapore and Hong Kong, they don't have import tax and no sales tax, which is great for export importing. It's very open, and it's very international, let's say, city and country. And GDP, PPP, and people know how to use Kashmir products. In matter of fact, I've been living in Hong Kong, and people love Kashmir products there. So, and also the shipping to Hong Kong will be much easier from Mongolia to Hong Kong, as we have direct flight and inland transit. So okay, let's go to the next page. Harmonizing codes. I included this information just for our sales guys or marketing guys to look it up. These 7 kind of products I would like to export to Canada. This is the most sold products, and the Schedule B numbers on the back, if you guys can see. This is the numbers that you would look up on all kind of websites or information when you need a strategy of sales planning. So if you put these schedule numbers, I already pulled it up, and you will see how much products Kashmir products have been sold from which country to which country last 1 or 2 years, or maybe 5 years. Also, you'll be able to find it out. So I have more information, sales guys. If you guys need any more questions, please go ahead and come to my office, ask me. Okay, next one. Let's see, political and technical trends. Canadian Mongolia relationship built very quickly after the 1991, after this after Russian Soviet Union collapse. Canadians immediately start to help the Mongolian government, and every year they have meetings in Mongolia and Toronto, both, and to help Mongolians. But for export import, they have also 50% of an export import thing. But on Kashmir, it doesn't include. But in the future, I hope it's gonna include, because our consulate in embassy in in Canada, we already have in contact with them, and it's gonna work out in the future, hopefully. Let's see, next one, transportation to Mongolia. I know it's a landlocked country. Maybe Canadian the corporate companies which consider the shipping will be a problem, but our President Elbegdarj last year on summer went to China, and we had a great deal through transit shipment through Tianjin port. It's the 4th largest port in China, but it is huge. As you can see here, the fact that it is a small city now, 12 million people, and Tianjin is the most successful port in China. But most of the Mongolian export goes through Tianjin, 70%. So it's pretty high number. So we can successfully ship through Tianjin to Canada. I made a little shipping road to Canada here, and let's see next page. So that's about it for the exporting. But as if we planning to travel to Canada and do some research or have an agreement in order to sell our products in Canada successfully, I mean, sales guys or marketing guys will need to have an agreement with different ways of selling. If we should consider partner up with the bigger brands, or as a Goyo, it's the brand we sell it in Canada. We need to figure that out. Also, here I included some helpful hint. When you go to Canada, how to talk in which countries, which part of the country. Say Canada, they don't like when we compare with the United States. Also, Quebec side, they all speak French, and the rest of the Canada speaks English. So when you speak in English, when you try to speak in English in Quebec, nobody would like to speak English. They all speak French. So if somebody from our company speaks French, I think we should consider him to go to Canada and do the translation on that Quebec side. So yeah, and culturally, and shipment, all the information is here, and helpful hints are here. So if you guys need more information, please come ask me anytime. Thanks for your attention. You have a good day.